So this is an older mold. Probably most of you are familiar with this. It's the Classics Sideswipe, Sunstreaker, Red Alert mold. This guy here is a knockoff deep cover. The Sunstreaker is also a knockoff because he's a ridiculous price to get an authentic one. But the thing that's always bothered me is these legs. I think they look terrible. It's like he's wearing some kind of bell bottoms or something. And I know you can turn these knees the other way, but that doesn't really help. It looks bad to me having these wheels facing each other and this way this is cut. I just think it looks awful on either mold. So this one here, you can see I've already modified. This is what I've done to turn the legs in a way that looks a lot more symmetrical to me and a little more clean. Sorry if it's hard to see in the black, but I'm going to show you another shot after I modify these two guys to do the same thing. So what I've done is just disassembled these thighs, and all you need is one of these precision screwdrivers, which are easy to come by. You remove this screw and take the thighs apart, the leg will fall apart, and just reverse them. Put this thigh over here and this thigh over here. Well, this is already done, so yeah, and then what you're able to do then is turn the legs inward this way rather than having them the way that they're normally backwards like this, and they fold in like this, whereas now they fold like this. And you can see this is actually of course the natural way a knee should bend, which makes me think maybe it was supposed to be like this originally. This guy's, as I said, it's a knockoff, so the quality's not that great as far as stiffness and whatnot. Now there is one problem with this modification, and that is the feet. The feet are not great at holding him up anymore. So for some reason he wants to keep tipping over backward after I've done this. And I think that is because this bulge, or this hinge that the feet are on, just wants to tip backwards. And pre-modification, well, yeah, it doesn't go that way. It's a lateral joint this way, so that doesn't have that problem. So I'm going to see if I can sort of stiffen this up with some floor polish, but who knows, maybe on the, this is a proper Hasbro toy, and maybe I won't have the problem on this one. The joints might be in better shape. And anyway, so let me get into it, and I'll show you what it's going to look like after. By the way, the transformation still works. This, I know it's hard to, this isn't really an apples to apples comparison because these guys have reversed torsos, but it does work both transformations. It's just that the legs fold in. Well, I've transformed this guy. It works. This just folds like so. I'm not going to do the whole transformation, but you'll get the idea. This folds, and this spins around, and this goes up, and then you turn the waist, and you can see that I've done it wrong. You don't turn the waist. Okay, you can see that that is going to be the right way. The legs will still fit together and be on the right side of the vehicle. So, okay, I'll show you what it's going to look like. I've just begun to transform this guy, so let's bend the legs open, and you can see here are the screws we need to do, so I'm just going to undo these. And we want to make sure we don't lose them, so let me put them somewhere safe to store. We'll just keep them safe in this Energon cube. Red Alert would be in such a panic doing this sort of vivisection. Oh dear me! They're all out to get me! They're taking me apart! I know Wheeljack wants the spare parts. Because I watch Dr. Smooth videos. Okay, so now we're going to take these thigh pieces, move them over here, take these thigh pieces, move them over here. And that's all there is to it. Now, and these are even keyed to go in the right way on the thighs. So we can't even do that wrong if we wanted to. If we messed up. So I say, there we go. So just reassemble here, put this leg back on like so. Ta-da. Okay. Get our screws back out. Dendrick hates me. Everyone hates me. That's one leg done. Now we got these decorated parts on the front. Just hang this loosely here. Put this here, and this goes. Where's the joint? Oh, here. Here. Like so. This is nice and tight, unlike that knockoff, so I don't even have to hold it together. Now, let's reattach this, and red alert's going to be just fine. Don't worry, little buddy. Almost over. There. And that's it. Done. So let's put him back into car mode, just so I can prove, because I know someone's not going to believe me that this works. The transformation. But it does. It does. It's another trick of the camera. I have such a hard time with this mold. Glad I have the... I haven't touched this guy for a while, because I got the masterpiece. It's also a knockoff masterpiece. Look at that. See, so the only difference is now he's got his decorated thighs on the bottom, and this piece. You know, rolls like a champ, as Mr. Skullface would say. So that works fine, and I'm not going to show you transformation because I'm sure you've seen it or done it yourself. So, be right back. Okay, modification is done, and as you can see, he looks way better, don't you think? Much better. Yeah, okay, I'm just kidding. That's the masterpiece. But, here he is. Now, I did make one goof here. Now, because this guy has the hood on the front of the torso, I'm going to have to also take this screw out and reverse his hips. No big deal. But my battery's running low, so I'll throw a picture in of that at the end. Unfortunately, he does still have the standing problem. What would have been nice, what would have fixed this is if he had a little flip-out heel. Although maybe with the ball joint that wouldn't have worked, but I'll figure something out. So maybe just giving him some sort of, what do you call this, pigeon-toed feet will help him stand up. Or, you know, just lean him up against the wall. Looks good enough to me. I think it still looks better than this. I'll show a picture of him after I'm done modifying him as well. Now, yeah, you know, if any, by the way, okay, one thing I can't fix is these shoulders. These are just mixed up like a dog's breakfast, and I don't know how I'm supposed to position these. I've never known where these are supposed to end up. There's nothing that really locks them into place. So this little tab, and there's I don't know. This is, I guess, the best it gets, but every time I try to move his arm, you know, this happens, and it just swivels up and down, and it just drives me batty. If anybody knows how I'm supposed to do these shoulders, please let me know, because I've never been able to get it right. For some reason I got it right on that side, but it still doesn't lock. It doesn't lock in. I guess that's just a flaw of this mold. But anyway, enough of that. I think it looks okay leg-wise, and see that feet. I think the feet is an okay trade-off for me. I'll just lean him up against the wall. I'll figure something out. And besides, we should just get this guy. So I hope that helps somebody out there. Like and subscribe to my videos. Bye. Rolling on floor laughing. You know, this paint was actually holding it together like glue. I had to pry it open with this knife. So you will have to reverse the hips on Red Alert and Sideswipe, but you will not have to do that for Sunstreaker or oh, actually they used this mold for some other guys too, didn't they? There's the punch counter punch. I guess he goes both ways, so to speak. So I guess that'd be up to you if you want to do the mod on him. And yeah, so Sunstreaker, you will not have to do the mod. Breakdown, you will have to do the mod. And oh, poor Red. The indignities he's suffering for this. Right, there we go. God, what a mess. Just, you know what, just don't buy this guy. If you have him. If you have him. This might make him a little bit more palatable. Oh, that stupid arm. Man, just okay. No wonder everybody hates this guy. I never was able to get Sideswipe. He is rare, I suppose. Oh my god. Okay. Jeez, I feel like I'm gonna break this thing. Alright. There we go. Get in there. Alright. You know what? I actually had the Beelzebub upgrade kit for this guy, which had the weapon and different head, which was cool. But then I realized, you know what? It's not worth spending an extra 30-35 bucks on this guy. And I returned it. There we go. Red Alert can bend his knees. He can stand up. He doesn't wear bell bottoms anymore. Not so bad anymore. Look at that. I'm sure we can get a pose that works for him somehow. Just lean forward. Just there you go. There you go. He's heading for the fire. Ready to go. Spectacular. Yeah, not so bad. Really, buddy? Really?